Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome to the first review of the new Korean drama Little Woman, which premiered on Netflix today. Now I know it's a Korean adaptation of the original series, but I'm not planning on watching it, so I don't know if this is a copy and paste or a completely different storyline. But after watching the first episode, I'm impressed, and I think it's going to be a good storyline considering we know the life of these three sisters. They live in a poor environment, they're poor, and the fact that they are involuntarily and voluntarily involved in murder cases. Now let's start with the life of the three sisters. First we have Inju, she's the oldest sister. She's kind of more of money will bring you happiness, and you can see that in her reaction whenever she hears her co-workers talking about their wedding, their traveling, the fact that her mom didn't buy stuff to make kimchi, she was given it. But at the same time, she doesn't want everyone to see her and her family look like beggars. Next, we have In-kyung. She's the middle sister. She's a reporter, and she's kind of like Inju in a way where she understands that, they do need money, but at the same time, she doesn't want money to control her life. And you can see that when she met up with her aunt, who is a very rich, bitch type of aunt, who uses money to manipulate people, so I can understand why In-kyung is like that. Then last we got Ine. She is the youngest sister. She's still in school and she's a pretty good painter. I felt really bad for her in the first episode because whenever there's hope, there's always something around the corner ready to bring her down. And she's tired of her sisters using their own money for her because she knows they're all poor. And she knows that her sisters need money. So it's that type of, attitude where it's like, stop using your own money because we need money. Let me just make my own money. Then we get to their parents. So for the dad, he's not really in the picture. Literally, we just know that he's in the Philippines and he has one heck of a gambling problem. And their mom, oh my god, the mom did her daughters dirty in this episode. So what she did was she took the money that was for Ine's birthday, took it, went traveling abroad, alone, leaving them, and she's never coming back. I get it, there's a time in your life where you need to live for yourself and not for anyone else. But the way she did it? No! And then we get to the case that In-kyung was working on involving JaeSang, who was on the news apologizing to the victim on the behalf of, I believe he said his grandfather or his great-grandfather. So a former president of a bank was in the hospital and he stated that he didn't want to die. But after having a conversation with his attorney, they found him dead with a needle in him. And his attorney was JaeSang himself. Not only that, there were 4 other people who, on paper that stated that they committed suicide. Money was transferred and their deaths were erased. Now that's where things started to pick up. But then it kind of went downhill for In-kyung when someone recorded her conversation with JaeSang when he noticed that her breath smelled like alcohol. And it was revealed that her work desk had nothing but tequila in it. Big bottles of it. And then we get to the murder case that Inju was involuntarily involved. So she visited her friend's house because she left a note saying that, hey, I'm going to be away. Can you look after my house, my fish, and so forth? And she went there and she found her friend's body in the closet, hung. Now, there were some speculations on her friend stealing money from the company. So that's why Doyle, the guy that she went on a dinner date on, and her boss wanted to ask her what she knows. But remember, Inju sees her friend as this good person and doesn't believe that, she would steal money from a company and commit suicide. But then we get to the very last scene of this episode where she was cleaning out a locker and, she saw her friend's clothes, some shoes, and then she gets to a backpack which contains the money that her friend stole. And watching the trailer for the next episode, yeah, she's keeping that money. I don't blame her. So my impressions on the first episode, it wasn't bad. I liked it. Now, at the beginning of the episode, it was a little slow. I mean, you gotta consider that it is the first episode. They need to introduce the characters to us who are part of the main storyline circle, so I get it. But once they introduce us to the case that the characters are gonna be involved in, that's where things start to pick up. I mean, you got Inju's friend committing suicide and stealing money from the company, which Inju didn't even know about until she found the money. You got In-kyung's drinking problem and the situation with JaeSang, and of course, with the 5 deaths that was reported in this episode. Man, it's just getting crazy. What's also crazy is that we've seen these sisters went from just living a poor life to now being involved in a very serious situation. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the episode and my review. Is there anything I might have missed? Please leave in the comments below. Leave in the comments below what you guys think. For me, I liked it. I'm a little bit invested, but let's see what happens in future episodes. Other than that, if you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.